Shut it down, Aldred. Hit it, Iggy. Hello and welcome. Yeah, I'm just going to start there. Fuck it. Episode 12. See, I know what episode it is. Definitely not because I checked just a few moments ago. To Frauds of Waterdeep, because frauds sounds like lords. And these guys are definitely upstanding members of the community, as was evidenced by I don't know last session. So I'm joined by Josh.
Hello.
Who's Flight of the Mother Flipping Conqueror. Okay. I'm also joined by Martin.
Hello.
And Joe.
Hello.
You're not well lit either, Joe. Josh is probably the best lit, I think, I'd say.
Hang on.
That didn't
Just carry on. I haven't done it yet.
Have you got your booster seat?
Yeah, that's a bit
I've
better.
just moved it backwards.
I'm also joined by Ben.
Hi.
Howdy.
I was wondering which one was going to go, and the other Ben.
Hi.
Oh no, you should have both done the same.
I know.
Missed that trick.
Okay, so last time on Frauds of Waterdeep, the guys had broken into, been invited in, pretended to be guards in the Gralhund Noble Villa, where they were, I don't know, trying to take the fixtures and fittings and sell them on some Sunday market, kind of like cart boot sale. Down
Socks and carpets.
Socks and carpets. That's what we should have called this episode, Socks and Carpets. Is that a carpet down your sock, or are you just pleased to see me? That kind of thing.
It definitely is a carpet.
Yeah, okay. I hope you trimmed that rug. And it all went to shit, basically, if I'm blunt about it. So we'll pick up the guys from more or less where we left off. You had thought there'd been some chit chat between different factions of the Zentarim. Manchun's name had been dropped. There'd been discussions about whether some group was going to side with another group or not. You'd found the clerical symbol on the robes of Asmodeus. You were trying to hightail it out of there when Fenn decided he was going to have a little look to see if he could make it worth his while. Triggered an alarm, and then combat ensued. And over at the Eltorchul place, the Gralhunds were making an offer to Aldred, who's now got a reputation as being one of those adventuring types. If they were to head into Undermountain, there might be stuff that could be found there. But he's desperately trying to keep them talking, just on the basic kind of gut feel that, it's not gone to plan. All things considered, there was a plan. It was incredibly sketchy, even by adventuring standards. But there we have it.
Yeah, we did not have an escape plan, did we?
It was going so well until we got greedy.
Yes.
Until we didn't escape.
I loved the royal we there.
And you know that there are sounds of the city watch or city guard. You're not quite sure which, kind of like outside the gates, and also the sounds of Griffons, kind of like heading over to you. You know there are shadows out in the garden, and that there are a set of guards, well trained by Zerelda. It's not a bad contingent. And that's kind of that. So I think we should pick it up pretty much from where we were. I think we were still in initiative order.
Yeah,
we were.
We didn't break that.
Even kept that, has it?
Yeah. So let's just kind of go over straight off to there, and let's see let's see what's happening. I'm going to get. That's what I'm after. Yep. Okay. Cool. So, the Gralhund Villa is here. I don't know how to delete that actually. Anyway, Zerelda, I think you were top of the round. You're quite wounded actually. I don't fully appreciate how kind of like badly wounded you are. You're at the top of the stairs. These guards represent, I think it's 3 guards each within that kind of like pack there. 15 guards in total. Yeah. The wounded Urstel has kind of headed down the stairs, and there's now a pack of guards between you. That's a spiritual weapon, isn't it, to the left of you? And Iggy is kind of hiding in the master bedroom at the end of the bed. It's a really comfortable bed, and Zerelda, you eye the bed through the door, and you've got to say that is a pretty good bed that they've made there. You could possibly get the designs for it.
We'll just pause for a minute and do some measuring.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you get your tape measure out, and off you go. And I think, let's think. Ode, you're down the stairs somewhere, and Fenn, you're somewhere.
We're in the
They
library.
both came out.
Yeah, we came down the chimney.
That's right.
from the
Yeah.
downstairs, no.
And Whizcrack is also somewhere.
And he getting eaten by a shadow.
You don't know.
We haven't actually attacked any guards yet, have we?
Let's see if any of the guards are dead or wounded.
No, I don't think we had
Nope.
attacked any of them yet.
No.
No, we were only attacking.
Still,
Still.
Yeah.
he's quite wounded.
So, Zerelda, the guards that you have worked with for the last few weeks are kind of like stood in front of you, panting heavily. Their weapons in a fighting stance. They kind of look at you, eye to eye. You do.
Boys, there's gold if you go after Urstel.
Let's see a perception, not perception, a persuasion roll.
This is
Do you know what? I'll give you advantage on that as well.
I'll just roll it twice.
You probably don't need to.
You might get a natty.
That's a good first one, yeah.
Yeah, let me.
2 seconds.
Still reasonable.
19, still pretty good.
I'll take my first one.
Okay, that's not bad. Let me set a timer because I need to go and put him to bed in 10 minutes. Okay, cool. So you're saying that, so they kind of like look at each other. Where are they in the initiative order? I guess are you lowering your guard or anything like that?
Yes, and I'll just hold out 6 gold.
You go through your purse. Excuse. Hold on a minute, lads. You get a 20 gold piece, and you kind of look at it and think, "Could you break this? Could I have some change?" You go put it back, and you get 6 out. Yeah. Okay. So they're looking at each other, trying to assess, kind of like what the crack is.
Remind them they've not been paid in weeks.
Yeah. That was one of the reasons why I gave you advantage.
Yeah.
He's betrayed the household.
That's pretty convincing.
Yeah. Did you also lean on the banister and look away?
I have another 6 gold.
Start to dust the banister a little bit as you go on. Okay, cool. So, so that's your action. Your action is trying to persuade those guys. Are you doing anything else?
No, not right now.
So let's move this along a little bit. So then we have a shadow does some stuff, another shadow does some stuff, another shadow does some stuff. So the guards next in the initiative order, and they don't attack. They say each.
Done.
There's a little bit of Urstel. And then they kind of like all swing and turn. And look down the steps. Taking the decision on that is basically no, they're not all there. So guard 2 isn't there, and guard 3 is at the bottom of the steps, and he shouts up. Those guards shout up and say, "What's happening? Why are you stopped?" And you hear a voice shout. One of the guys shouts back down, "Urstel's for the chop, 6 gold, boys." And he goes, "Fair enough."
What's that? He chopped 6 gold, boys.
Orders from the top. Ignatius.
Yes.
Do we get 6 gold if we attack him?
I'm claiming for what I did last round.
Yeah.
At least twice.
Okay, so
I'll step up.
yeah.
And she's still pretty wounded, isn't she? So I'll healing word her.
Yeah, okay.
It's a good healing
It's,
word.
Good.
Like,
And then I'll step back again.
Okay. Okay, anything else?
No, that's it.
So Fenn.
Okay, so I'm going
So
to...
you don't know what's happened there. That's all outside of your experience.
I was going to try and intercept what's-his-face at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, you wouldn't know that he's at the bottom of the stairs, I don't think.
Okay.
I can't recall exactly. I know, because the door's shut, and I can't believe that you'll have known that he's gone down the stairs.
Okay. I'm going to... Well, Ode picked up the book.
Yep.
So I'm going to go pick up... For whatever reason, I don't know why I think it's there, the wolf pelt. And I'm keeping
I think
that.
the wolf pelt is in the next room along.
It was in the library with
No,
the
it
book.
was in the library.
Yeah, it wasn't in the sex
Yeah.
room.
Yeah. Okay, so you pick up the wolf pelt.
So that's 5, 10, 30.
Oh,
And I'm gonna try-
yeah, wolf skin. Yeah, wolf skin. Yep.
Yep. So I can move to there with my movement and peek out the door.
Okay. Are you going to try and do that such that you don't, stealthily, basically?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
Can we roll stealth?
roll, please. Yeah. Post by perception.
Ah, that's terrible.
Fuck! They're in the library. You hear? Okay. Anything else?
Back up the chimney, boys.
No, that's my go.
Okay. Ode.
Just in a surefire way to get out of here. Just run straight for the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
6,
30, 35,
put
40,
me
45, 50, 55.
there.
Probably, yeah, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm going to use my action to dash.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 4, 6. It's gonna put me outside right in front of him.
Yeah, you burst through there, and you see him. He's kind of surprised that you kind of came through, but he'd seen the door come in ajar, so not flat-footed or anything the equivalent. You look up the stairs. There's just this sea of guards turning down, swords drawn, kind of martial stance, ready to charge down the stairs. You would assume, I think, naturally that they were about to charge against you rather than Urstel.
Well, I look Ursel straight in the eyes and I say, "Go fuck yourself."
Yep. Okay. Anything else?
How much health do you have?
I know.
I'm off. There we go.
Okay, so he is going next as it happens. Now let me give him a. That's attributes. No, I'm after. What am I after? I'm after his stats.
He action surges and casts a spell.
Oh, no, that's one. Yeah, okay.
Turns into a dragon.
So he is going to do this. So I don't think he necessarily heard the exchange that was happening at the top of the stairs, but he certainly heard these guards. Now he's got a problem because you're in the fucking way.
He can still disengage, can't he? Because he's a rogue.
Yeah. Yes, he's going to take a disengage action. And then he is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I think he can get to somewhere around there. He flees. He legs it. It will, however,
Did he go round above or below?
Which way would he have gone? You're still the other side of the door, though it's open. I think he will have naturally gone round that way. No, he would have naturally gone into the open space. Why would you, as a trained warrior, put yourself like that? You go into natural open space. Yeah, you move that way.
Okay.
Down to the south side of Ode.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's him. He's legging it. Aldred, you're having a party. So you are handing out after 8 minutes. Or equivalent. Okay. Zerelda.
Okay, I'm gonna head down the stairs. That's all my movement, is it not?
Yeah, because you'll be pushing through the guards as well, so it's essentially difficult terrain for you.
Okay, so
So you could probably get down to like there.
Yeah.
5, 10, 20, yeah, about there.
And
She's after him as well. Don't let her steal her out of our gold.
I'm paying you, fool. Okay, and I will say, where's he gone?
Alright, 2 seconds. I'll answer that very soon. Talk amongst yourselves, guys.
Right.
Well,
If he's a rogue, I can still catch him, and I go before he does.
Go finish him off. We fucked him right up.
Hopefully.
you're welcome.
Is that a bonus action to do?
I think I did most damage, actually.
attacking?
Yeah, but I'll just have to get one attack on him.
I see how it is, Ben.
You can do a wheel, can't you? Just do daggers. Do a wheel with
I'm
daggers.
always in competition. That's character. I'm just staying in character.
Whereas Ode just wants to kill him.
Yeah.
Have you got any ranged attacks, Ode?
Oh, that's a good point. Do I have a bow? Don't think I do have a bow. I have a thunder wave. I've about 2 thunder waves left in my pocket.
If he'd made a dash for the front, I was going to go out on the balcony and guide him bolt him. Because that's 120 feet.
He's going to go for stables, I think.
Yeah.
Good, because so am I.
Is that S right by the door? A shadow.
Yeah. But we're in guard uniforms. I don't think they're going to attack us.
I think they will.
Well, presumably we'd have been advised, like we'd have been introduced as guards to all the patrols and stuff.
Oh, the doggo.
These are the shadow dogs from the garden, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're going to attack anyone that's there.
But then they'd attack the guards that are out there as well.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, I am back. So you're going down the steps, Zerelda, and doing what? Sorry.
Just asking where he went.
They point through to the kitchen area.
Well, what are y'all still doing in here? And then I use my action to move again.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
You see Ode, and the door to the library is also open. Ode's got the family book. It's fairly sizable, kind of like underneath his arm.
I'm just going to sigh and say I'll deal with you boys later and continue to move.
Mm-hmm.
I think that here could get to...
You still got that 8,000 gold necklace?
Yeah.
Nice.
As you walk past the library, you see that slightly ajar, and you can see Fenn's kind of like features poking out.
It's a beautiful sight.
And that's me.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So Shadow does something. Shadow does something. Shadow does something. The guards at the top of the stairs start to kind of pile down. So guard 1, where are you? You're there. So you kind of like making there. Guard 2 is. You one of the ones up there. Yep, guard 2 is there doing something that you guys don't know. Guard 3 is here. And they start to move following you, Zerelda. One of them peels off and confronts you, Ode.
Oh, aye.
Put that back. That's not yours. That's the family's.
Oh,
Oi, lads, this is a common thief, this one. Put it back. And in fact, you can stay.
David?
you gonna say something?
Not right now, fellas.
I think you are. You're not taking that. That's the family's. There's another one in here as well.
I
Okay.
think we're just waiting for them to attack Ode.
The other guards kind of turn
That's
back.
some diplomacy.
Guard 4. Where's guard 4? God knows where guard 4 is. Probably at the top of the stairs or something like that. Guard 4, yep, comes down the stairs, kind of like joins in the fracas a little bit. Come on, come down the stairs. I need to move you across the map. Can I just do that? Yep, okay. Bottom of the guard 1 is at the top of the stairs. Okay, cool. There we go. You can't be taking that. So they're basically jostling around you guys.
Yeah.
They're not attacking or anything. They're kind of waiting for your move. Iggy, you're at the it's you now. The guards are all kind of piling down the stairs. You can hear shouting. If you're not taking that, that's the family's. And a little bit of Ode's voice, though you probably can't make out exactly what he said.
What do I want to do? I'll probably head to the top of the stairs.
Okay.
I can get to about there.
Yeah, and you can kind of see down the stairs this situation. Ode has a large book in his hands. It's got a chain kind of like wrapped around it. He's in a bit of a kind of like standoff with the guards that are kind of more or less gathered around him. There's a little bit of argy-bargy, and you're lucky my mate's holding me back kind of going on there.
Mm-hmm.
But the guards are definitely kind of starting to get themselves ready. Zerelda's kind of around in amidst that melee as well.
Can I see that then? So I can see the guards.
Yeah, you can see down the stairs. Yeah.
I might cast blind on them then. The ones that are right by Ode.
So there's about 15 of them, like clustered around
right,
this
the
space.
individuals.
So
Yeah.
these are representative of groups of 3.
I'll continue down the stairs, sort of just going. Get after him. get after I forgot his name now.
Urstel.
Urstel. He's set something in motion here. We don't know what's going on, but there's all sorts of stuff kicking off upstairs.
Make a persuasion roll with disadvantage.
And I'm sorry.
You're now all tainted by common thievery.
Persuasion. Where's persuasion?
The point where O turns and says, I ain't a thief. I'm an entrepreneur.
Persuasion.
They're not interested. They're not buying that. I think we're being duped. We'll still kill Urstel, but you're not leaving with that stuff.
That'll be me then.
I have to run out.
Okay. Fenn.
I am going to dash after Urstel.
Okay.
I can get all the way there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yep.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I will attack him.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Please, please, please. Oh, for fuck's
Oh.
sake.
Make me a perception roll. Yeah. Okay.
He perceives most of the things.
Mm-hmm.
So you see out in the garden, kind of like almost just by the door, a whacking great griffon.
As I leg it past the
Yeah,
door.
it's
so
just
I'll
kind of
have
leg it past the door. You kind of like glance out, and you can see there's a griffin there. There's griffin cavalry riders kind of like gathered about them. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. How do I delete that?
Shit.
The griffin has kind of like got a leather kind of do you know like horses have blinders in, so it's like a massive part, but this has got kind of like goggles on it, similar to dark vision goggles.
They sound handy.
Yeah, and beside the griffin there is a member of the Griffon cavalry riders kind of in there. Some of the guards are down there also talking to them, but the gates, you noted with that roll and your special kind of ability, the gates have remained locked. Okay, so you took the swing at Urstel and missed.
Miss, that's my go.
Yeah, okay. Ode, these guards are all jostling you. Definitely kind of intent to... Oh, there's another one just ran through there, just dodged off. He'll have some as well, I bet.
Which direction was the gate? The front door?
You stood basically next to it,
The
Zerelda.
northeast, south, or the west?
Sorry?
To the north, isn't it?
Yeah, to the
Yeah,
north, so
yeah.
it's northeast to you.
Where that shadow
Those
is.
Griffin riders.
Yeah, just by where that shadow is, right in Griffon Riders. Yeah, you can look out and you can see that as well.
How high was the walls?
Did we say 15 feet?
15 feet.
Do I have anything in my...
We came in the stable
Yeah.
on the south
Yeah.
east side.
Mm-hmm.
Which is where I'm going.
Yeah, I want to try and make my way to the stable. Do I have a... No, I did not pack a grappling hook. Damn. Right, I'm going to disengage from these fuckers, these fuckwits, make my way to the stables.
Okay, you disengage. Yeah.
Yep. Obviously can't move through them, so I have to move around. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sticking with Ode. I'm sticking with Fenn. So that's where I'm getting to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to go round to the other door, and that's my turn.
So,
sorry, yeah, it was
so how do
disengaged
you move that far? Sorry.
Sorry,
You can't
I'm not going to
disengage.
disengage. I'll happily take the opportunity attacks.
Okay, so there's probably what you would there. So there's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
1,
around
2,
you.
3, 4. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So I'll get 5 attacks.
Okay, well, bring it. We'll see.
Oh no!
Okay.
Just use the book to defend you.
Last.
That's a Griffon. That's the wrong
Here
one.
comes
Yeah,
one.
they won't dare attack him if a book's in front. No, don't damage the family book.
Yeah, probably that's a
what would
disadvantage if they don't want to hit the book.
do?
Yeah.
I think they're probably going to grapple you, actually.
They're probably going to
Okay.
kill you.
I think they're probably going to grapple you.
No, they've been offered 6 gold for him.
Yeah, they're going to grapple you. They don't want to. They don't want to murder. They don't want to have that complication. So they're
Too
going
much
to make.
paperwork.
They're going to make a. It's a strength check, isn't it? Essentially.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Okay, so because there's that many of them, I'm going to give them advantage on it as well. Because it's like a concerted, team effort.
They're helping each other.
Not very well, in fairness. That's opposed by,
Getting in each other's
I
way.
assume, your dex, yeah.
Yeah. You want me to make some dex rolls against them?
Oh, so essentially you make an athletics roll? I can never remember grapple rules.
It's either, isn't it?
Yeah,
So it's athletics or acrobatics, whichever one.
yeah,
You
okay, whichever you prefer.
Right, okay. Acrobatics, go with that.
Yep, okay, so you manage to kind of like duck and dive, dodge around, kind of more dex than brawn to push, to kind of get around them. They're half-arsed, really, in their attempts. They're more willing to let the law sort it out. You kind of get to that position then, okay? So you'll have had to go. What did you come around like that?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, yeah, cool. Okay, yep.
Cool. That's my
Anything
turn. I'll move the combat tracker on.
Yeah.
ain't going nowhere, boy.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
This is where Earthstorm makes us a very generous offer, and we all run away from the law together.
I was thinking he was going to take you down some secret passageway to get out of here.
Right, he hates you. You hate him. That's very clear. Let's have a look. See which one of you two is he most likely want to go. He disengages, and he heads back the other way, and he says, "I surrender, I surrender," and he'll stop about there, saying, "I surrender, I surrender."
Oh, bugger. Didn't think of that.
Okay. The Griffon cavalry rider
Oh.
goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, stops, opens the door, says, "Everybody stop! City watch! You're all under arrest."
The Griffin Rider.
That's exactly what we would do. No.
Zerelda.
Okay, well, I was going to go out to the Griffin Rider, but conveniently he's made his way to me.
That's nice of him.
Well, howdy there. I think we've got everything under control now, but thank you for coming in here.
So what's your intent with that? Or to get him to go home?
To get him to piss off. Yes.
Okay. Make me a persuade roll with disadvantage.
Oh.
Roll 220.
Blow your eyelashes at him.
With double disadvantage?
Actually, next to him.
I was into that.
Persuasion. Oh God.
Yeah,
I
can't
can't
we-
use my inspiration, can I?
You can, and that'll just make
You
it a normal
can.
roll.
Yeah, that'd
It'll just make it a normal roll.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just gonna do that. Hang on. I'll untick my inspiration. Persuasion. Oh God.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay. It's not good enough as it happens, but it's
Yeah.
not bad. It's not bad. Okay, so that's what you do. Okay, anything else?
Erstel's in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Could I sort of almost grab him like I'm arresting him?
So you've taken an action, so you could take a move. So you can move over, you could stride over to him. You could be saying something
Citizen's
like...
arrest.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Erstel, I think you'll be going with the cavalry rider here, and just walk over to him.
Yeah, okay, cool. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. I'll let you. You don't need to make a performance roll or a deception roll or anything like that. It's pretty congruent. I don't think. I think you're authentic enough with that. Okay, cool. Shadow. Griffon does whatever Griffons do in this situation. The guards are all kind of like lowering their weapons and backing away slightly. Is what they're gonna be doing. Ignatius, you can see the Griffon. You see this and
I'll
you hear
heard
the
all that,
command.
won't
Yeah.
I'm going to make my way back into the master bedroom.
Beep, beep.
The kid's still in here. Aren't the kids still in here?
They're not in the master bedroom now.
They're in that room to the south of it.
Yeah. I'm going to use
Probably
double
crying
movement and station
considerably.
myself outside the kids' bedroom as if I was standing there protecting them.
Yeah. Okay.
Clever.
I ain't got a clue what was going on downstairs. I've discovered my magic weapon, by the way, from the top of the stairs.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
My spiritual weapon's gone.
Yeah. Boom.
was never
Okay. Anything else?
That'll be it for me.
Okay. Fenn.
I'm going to wait for Ode to move and then I'll move.
Okay.
All right.
If I can do that, because you're in my way.
So
Fair.
Just shove him.
Or can I assume I can move through that square?
you can move through that as an ally, so you can move through that square.
Okay. 5.
You just brush past each other awkwardly in the doorway. A bit of frosting goes on.
You
It's
rub
like
your
a
jewels
copy.
up against his book. It goes from there.
I'm sprinting, and I assume I sprint past the shadow, so it might get an attack opportunity on
It
me.
will, and both of them will actually.
Oh, fuck's sake.
So let's reveal that. Okay, so that is Shadow 1. It's going to get an attack, and it is going to attack. So that's damage. Maybe I shouldn't roll damage, so let me just ignore that. They attack, which is actually what I was trying to do. Hits, and then they roll damage.
Oh.
That's good.
All right.
And then so that was Shadow 1, then Shadow 3 gets the same.
Cleric as well.
Hits.
Oh, fucking hell.
Ooh.
Doing the same.
Oh. I'm just running away.
Yeah, you're feeling cool, the chill of the grave. Make me a perception roll.
Oh, God, there's coming another Griffin in there. Yeah.
Well, you don't know whether there's another Griffin or not, possibly. But you see the really nice black horse is kind of like in the middle of the stable. The stable doors are almost open, and the horse is kind of like stood there waiting, and you see its bridle is just hovering in the air. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I get it. That's my turn, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Ode. Fenn's raced past you and he's just gone fuck.
It's the feds!
He's going in the exact same direction. Ode can't see the shadow behind the door. Would that be? That wouldn't be blocking anything, would it? Or
You wouldn't know it was there.
No,
You just run
you're
through
bursting
it.
through. Yeah.
right? That's what I wanted to.
They're not especially
Okay,
substantial
good.
creatures. You're not even aware that they're there to be wary of them.
Yeah, of course. So 1, 2.
I really think we would have heard Fenn be like, oh fuck!
Basically, out of the corner of your eye, you catch these shadowy creatures, and you're like, "Shit, was that something?"
Yeah. Yeah. 4, 5. Dash. So 1, 2, 3.
You'd be level with me.
Make me a perception roll, please.
4,
Ode.
5, 6. Perception.
Doodle-doo-doo.
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. So you're too
what?
busy wondering what was behind you rather than what may well be in front of you.
Something
Right.
strange in the neighborhood.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Let's move the combat tracker on.
Oh, sorry, I've just done it. Erstal says he looks straight past you, Zerelda. He kind of like pushes you away. He says to the Griffon rider, "Sir, they've just escaped. Thieves have escaped with the with my master's book and goods. They'll be trying to get through the stable entrance."
What a grass.
You're our enemy!
Take an inspiration point for that. For that indignation.
Look at that floating through the air from outside.
That indignation that you demonstrated there. He's not actually lying or anything, so he doesn't have to make a kind of roll, and then he kind of submits, not to use Zerelda, but he kind of drops his weapons and kind of puts them down and says, when Lord and Lady return, they'll vouch for me. I've been attacked and grievously wounded, and he kind of shows all the weapons. She did, and there's another one upstairs, a dwarf. Well, I don't know what the fuck he is. His name's...
Seems like there's no doors up here.
I can't remember. Griffon Rider looks at you, Zerelda. You look like the captain. You can kind of tell from insignia and whatnot. Get these gates open. I want the rest of the troops in here.
very well.
Okay.
I will do as you say.
Everybody else, weapons down. Weapons down. And what are you doing, Zerelda?
Well, I'd best head to the gates, and open them.
Yeah. Okay. So you'll get like halfway, probably more or less to the gates.
Yeah.
The main gates.
Yeah. It's the
Yeah.
It's him.
The
Yeah.
turn
He pointed in the direction of the main gates. Yeah.
5, 10. It's gonna be like here.
Yeah. You can go at whatever speed you like as well. I mean,
Yeah.
We're out of initiative then.
no,
aren't
it's
we?
still in initiative,
Oh.
but you
Walk
didn't need to use
slowly.
you didn't need to use your full move or anything like that if you
Oh.
didn't want to.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, okay, so I'll dawdle and be somewhere maybe like around the Griffin.
Yeah, stop and pat it. You
Stop
go,
and pet the Griffin.
have a bit of
Oh,
a
Oh,
chat.
aren't you a
and,
majestic
good boy.
beast?
Steal the Griffin.
What's your animal handling like?
Oh god, that'd be hilarious. It's like stealing one of the police cars from Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly like that.
The police helicopter. Okay, anything else?
Oh, just no.
Okay, Shadow 1, which is this, goes 5, 10, 15,
Oh, no.
20, 25, and makes an attack at you, Fenn.
Shit.
Hitting again.
God's sake.
He's just been rolling 16s.
Oh no.
8 points
Ooh.
of
How's
damage.
Fenn looking?
Bad. Tikka masala on the spicy level.
Shadow 2 has heard screams of pain, etc., etc. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. And this one comes down that way. And has it got you?
Oh,
Oh.
And
You haven't been hit yet.
Fenn. And oh wow.
So you still.
Oh my god.
oh, jeez.
That's like...
Oh, I'm on 1 hit point.
Oh my god!
Fucking hell.
You can disengage though, can't you?
Yep, luckily.
Leg it.
The Griffon pets Zerelda. Eyes
Does it
you.
tell me I'm a majestic beast?
It does. It leads in. It goes, which you immediately recognise as if you fucking steal me, I'm gonna chew your fucking tits off. The guards kind of disengage, drop their weapons, but not really. Iggy.
Is this a fireplace in the room with me?
Yes.
Can I go have a look down it?
Yeah. It goes up.
Does
It goes. Let's see. Where would that? Yeah.
Does it drop into the double-sided one downstairs?
You can't see because the flue goes up. It may well join another flue downstairs, and therefore you can go up to go down. But it's not an open pit. It's a separate flue that kind of like goes up.
Is it big enough for me to get up it?
No, not you.
Nah.
Santa Claus isn't a thing, so I don't need to build them to be, accessible by chunky guys.
You guy with the dwarven beard.
I've just realised that could have been gone by now.
Yeah, you haven't done your.
I haven't been doing my
road
move.
bullshit.
No, I haven't.
Well, you'd have been waiting for Ode, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So what was
Yeah,
that?
please don't leave him behind.
1, 2,
I'm on
3.
1 HP.
I'm
You
going to
can
head
do
out
it.
onto the balcony.
Yep. Okay.
So I'll get onto the balcony. So that's the
Make
rest
me a
of.
perception check.
Ooh, I should be pretty good at these. Regularly or in the tower?
Regular's fine.
Where's my thing gone? Bloody maps at the way. Ability.
Oh!
You see a couple of griffins swooping around.
Oh, God.
One of them, the rider, has robes rather than plate mail armor.
Good.
I'll use.
You got flashing lights, flashing blue.
Yeah.
No, they've got flamethrowers coming online.
I think I'm gonna adhere to my original plan of pretending to be a guard for the kids' bedroom.
Okay.
Is any of that counted as an act? Would looking down the chimney count as an action?
Yeah, that's probably a bit of
I'll
a
stay there.
search.
I'll be by the door then.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And you see the scene out in there, etc. Fenn.
I'm going to disengage and sprint through the stables and try to get through the main stable door.
Okay, so the horse is kind of like in the center of that.
And I'll shout, "Get the chuff out of here, Whizcrack." Because I assume that's Whizcrack.
Assume away.
I was assuming that was someone more sinister, but...
And is this stable door open?
It is, yeah.
I'm going to sprint out of it and just keep going.
Guys
Okay.
associate that shit.
Okay. Are you going in any particular direction?
So,
I Oh, can you look for your two
Yeah.
goons that were supposed to be helping you get away?
I think I'll just
Oh, I'm
slow
giving
them
up on
down.
them.
I'm gonna try and find the nearest sewer grate that I know of around here and get down it.
Okay. Let's say that there's one a couple of blocks away, kind of like
I'm
the
gonna head-
next one along.
I don't even know where I'm on the map. I'm somewhere down there,
Yeah.
a bit further.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight for that, and I'm just hoping Ode's following me.
Okay.
Don't care.
Ode, just follow the trail of blood and you'll find me.
Right, so I'm not taking the disengage. I'm gonna get to there.
So you're going to the
So I'll
stables.
take
There's a horse, a midnight black, looks really thoroughbred, kind of like riding horse. It's stood there as if it's waiting for you, and its bridle kind of is being held in midair on its back. I think it's a bridle. I don't know if it's a bridle.
How
or a
many
halter
socks is
or
it worth?
whatever it is. But however, Shadow.
Has it got Has it got socks like white paint on the hooves?
No, it doesn't. But Shadow 1 gets opportunity.
Swing
attack
He doesn't
against
get an opportunity
you.
attack on me.
He
Ooh,
misses.
lucky.
Yeah.
Okay. And you hear a voice saying, "Get on, Ode, get on."
Yeah, on it. Cheers, Miss Crack.
And then, okay. Anything else?
I think I've. Well, unless I can use movement of the horse this turn, but I don't think I can. If I presume the action's getting on the horse.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, I'll move us along to Urstel. Urstel
Okay.
says, "They're getting away, you fucking knob."
Doing us so many favours.
And the Griffon rider says, "Shut it, you." Do I recognise you from somewhere, actually? And some of the guards go, "I wonder if that 6 gold is still left." Scratching their chins. And he kind of like steps across to him and says, "Come on, put it down. Shut your mouth." Zerelda.
So I'm just going to go to the other side of the griffin and just pet it from the other side. Maybe just say, are they your friends? I'm assuming I can see the griffins flying around.
Make me a perception roll. Because it is dark and you don't have dark vision.
I do have dark vision.
You do have. Oh, are you some kind of half elf? Yeah,
I
okay.
am
Yes,
some
yes, you
kind
can.
of half
Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
because
don't
they
tell from
have a
that.
southern accent. So.
Just
Yeah,
my
of
accent.
course. Yeah,
As
yeah.
inconsistent as it is. But I will roll your perception, just,
Because you told me to.
Yeah, you see the griffins, but you don't see that one of the riders is robed.
Okay. And I'm just going to say, are they your friends up there? And then maybe just move another 5 feet away after I've done a bit of that. Maybe to like here, just slowly heading towards the gate.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we lost Martin.
They've had their way with him. He's joined them.
Yeah.
Should have had a little short rest with the griffin, shouldn't I?
Yeah, here is Aldred Gralhund back, who has been odd-personed by the Gralhunds. Okay.
Dropped it, apparently.
Shadow. In fact, hold on. Let me give Wizcrack an initiative roll. Okay, he's going sometime tomorrow. These guys come up
They've eaten the
here.
horse
They
already.
come up there. What are they gonna try and do? They're not gonna attack the horse. They're gonna have a go at you guys. I'll give them disadvantage to attack though. So Shadow 1 takes a go at you, Ode, because I can't see. Oh, that's lucky. And so they're getting disadvantage because essentially
Don't want it.
you're on a horse and you're using the horse to kind of get in the way, and they don't want to hurt the horse.
Oh.
Also, they're dogs, and attacking people on horseback would be. I imagine.
That hits
Yeah, with
there.
the
Well,
horse.
consider it shadows.
The horse is surely going to rear.
What are you on now, Ode? You must be pretty.
Let's give Wizcrack some. No. The horses. Wizcrack has got the mount skills of Fastred.
Oh,
This is
I've got
the horse is called Amy.
This
Changed
is a Lord of the
colour.
Rings reference.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, Wizcrack, let's just say he managed to keep that under control. A bit of DM fiat there. So then this one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Okay. The Griffons kind of like nuzzles Zerelda. And these guards are doing nothing. Wait and see how this all plays out. Iggy.
If there hadn't been a load of crap in the sky, I was going to try and make a break for it over the top of the.
Let's go over the roof.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but I'm sure I'm a giant man with like
Yeah, he's
flowy
not
armor.
the
I'm pretty much
stealthiest
going to stand
customer.
out to her.
You're definitely not a dwarf.
No, so actually, if they come looking for a dwarf upstairs, I should be all right. I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to go back to standing by the door and pretending like I'm guarding it,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
as if then like I'm just following orders. Got told to guard the kids' door after it all kicked off.
Yep. Okay. Anything else?
Not really. I don't think I can do anything.
Okay, Fenn, you find yourself the sewer entrance.
Aye.
Make me a perception roll.
Oh, God, I've been followed. Perception.
Yes, indeed, you have been followed by one of the Griffon riders. It's got plate mail, and it's going to be landing its Griffon quite close to where you were.
I'm going to get in then quickly and shut it behind me, and then
Yeah, that Griffin ain't gonna fit down.
run as swift as I can underground.
Underground, we're going underground. Da, 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 da. Okay, anything else?
No.
Okay, Ode.
The horse's front legs rear up,
Mm-hmm.
and has never looked sexier, although he's bleeding out of his side a bit. And they fucking ride off into the night.
Yeah, okay, you kind of kick the horse into action.
Yeah,
you
I
kinda
got spurs.
yeah, okay. This horse goes like lightning, and by lightning I mean its hooves kind of shed sparks, and it moves supernaturally fast out onto the street. So fast that you're kind of like quite shocked by that and almost hit the house opposite before you get it under control. And are you going in a particular direction?
Yeah, away from.
Okay, so
away.
left or right? So if you were facing south, are you going right, which would be west? Are you going left, which would be east?
Not going in the direction of Troll Skull Alley. So I'll go the other way.
So that would be west, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you race like the wind out of there. You've gone. You're like down here somewhere. That horse has hooves of speed on it.
I'm still expecting Tweedledum and Tweedledee to turn up with some sort of carriage or cart they've nabbed. Oh, what's going on?
Yeah, park up at the front with all the police.
Yeah. We're waiting for our mate.
Well, hopefully, if they're stood outside waiting and the Griffin lot have been told 2 people escaped and it went that way, they'll just find them and just shoot them.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I'm
Okay.
getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah. Let's take this out of initiative order then. Eventually, Zerelda gets to the gate. Lets in pretty much the combined forces of the City Watch and City Guard, who kind of swarm into the place. In fact, let's just change this out so that we are doing that, and then we can do that, and then that's not way in which that should look. We've lost Martin again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They've
Okay,
proper converted him now.
yeah, that's
Oh,
He's getting out of dodge.
yeah, literally. Oh, he's in the
He's
Crystal
got a
Maze.
halo. He's got a halo.
That'll do.
They'll never find him now.
Yeah, we're gonna live action role play this. So
It's because it's
oh,
gotten very larp.
Josh, could you find us a sewer? Just
I
to
don't think I
get
could,
into?
to be honest.
Some kind of storm drain.
Is mine back?
Is
Yeah,
what
back.
your video isn't, as far as I can see.
No,
yeah,
he's
I'm
not on
just
mine yet.
keeping it down while the thing climatizes to and loads everything.
Well, the hamsters start running through the Scottish
Exactly.
internet.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm running down there.
Hey!
Splish, splash, splosh, splosh, splish.
And I was going to take a short rest whenever I get suitably far away.
In fact, you know what? I think you might find a garden rat that takes as a bit of a go.
A point.
That's a hit, and it does. Let's have a little look. See, it does this much damage to you. Yeah,
Oh
I mean,
gosh.
I think that's instant death in it. Did it have the
Yeah.
plate?
Yeah. That's
yeah,
one buff
maybe
rat.
a Constitution saving throw.
That's definitely one buff rat.
I call him.
Rat King.
Oh no, that's not a save. Oh, it is.
This thing,
Yeah, I
this
felt
thing
that.
could take on a Tarask.
Swarms are bad news, let me tell you. Right, okay. Anyway, so
Yeah. I'm
the-
slowly making my way back to Troll Skull anyway.
yeah. So the combined forces of the City Guard and the City Watch kind of like come through. Zerelda, as you kind of look out, you can see two kind of slightly dishevelled, looking sorry for themselves characters, and they're sat handcuffed on the side of a carriage with the wheels broken, and some kind of like what you think is like the equivalent of Waterdeep traffic cop is reading their rights for blocking a public carriageway. And the kind of forces come in after a short while. So you're all then corralled back into the main room. They come and get you, Iggy, and despite your protestations, you're kind of taken down. They place guards on the the children's room as well. Okay, we've lost mine from Fantasy Grounds. And runners are dispatched and so on. This is a hive of activity. One of the what looks to be a reasonably senior ranking officer kind of comes in. Erstal is separated away from you. The guards are kind of separated a little bit further, and then let me drop the frames because the frames won't be helping this. Okay. No, there's no easy way to do this. I have to leave it like that. Okay, it's just messing up the frames for the stream. So let me just delete this.
Scottish
okay.
internet. It's not to scratch, is it?
No, it isn't. Okay, right. Let's get these into a room. The servants are brought down as well. And Zerelda, you're taken into. mine back.
Yeah, I'm just not going to bother opening Fancy Grounds until it's required now, because I don't know what has happened to the connection, but it's really bad now.
Yeah, okay. So, Zelda, you're taken into a separate room. There is a halfling scribe in there. The captain of the watch is there. There's a sergeant of the guard, you reckon? So the watch is the police force, the guard is the military. Okay. Name?
Zerelda.
Abode, address?
Well, I'm new here. I don't really have a permanent residence.
We're given to understand that you've been captain in this guard for at least 3 weeks, so clearly you have a residence. You're not dishevelled, you're not living on the streets. Where are you staying? What's the name of the inn?
Oh, God. I did have an inn written down.
You don't know where you're staying. I bet if you're drunk you find your way back, don't you?
Always the way.
Is he offering you drink?
We try that.
I always make my way to a bed.
Second inspiration.
I didn't want to have to say it, but you brought it out of me. So embarrassing.
If you'd like a drink together, are you offering?
Where are you staying? What's your address?
There was an inn I stayed at when I first got here, but I can't remember the name. I thought I had it written down.
Let's just go to the blue ball.
Okay, the blue ball.
Blue balls.
One in market, by the market, or the one in near the southern ward gate? Let's just say it's the one by the market.
Yeah, by the market, of course.
And what happened here this evening, Zerelda?
Well, you've really asked something now. I was just doing my rounds and all hell broke loose.
Okay.
That Erstul, he was just attacking people like a crazy man. I had to stop him.
He bears quite a number of substantial wounds that would be consistent with being struck by your sword.
Can you not see the wounds on me? It was a two-way thing, I assure you.
Yes, we can see the wounds on you. I say, checking your hit points. And what made him go crazy, and which people was he attacking?
Well, he had some strange guests here tonight, and I had some guards that were new at his request. Well, there was you've got one of them over. You bought him from upstairs.
What's his name?
Sandra.
Sandra.
There's a reason I had to grow so big and soft.
I'm
My
not
parents
overly
told me
familiar
Sandra.
with. They were just looking for work.
So you didn't do
His name is...
any kind of checking or asking them their name?
This was very last minute. I was given a day.
So you didn't ask their name because that would have taken up far too much time.
I'm not the brightest tool in the shed. I don't remember.
This is probably the best person you could have questioned.
Make me a deception check, please.
Is it deception? Is she actually bright?
She knows your name.
Ooh.
Insight.
They're not.
Oh.
I can add gross negligence to the list of charges against you, and also the fact that you're lying about this undermines your position with regards to Erstul. But tell us about the people that he brought. How many were they, and what do they look like?
Was there 6?
I can't recall. 6. Yeah.
There was definitely 2 dwarves.
Yeah, there's 2 people speaking Dwarven.
I think it was 6.
There are 5.
Oh.
One of which is a dwarf. Though, yeah, there were 2
Yeah,
people.
5 coming through the stable door.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see all of them, but there was definitely 5. But I couldn't give you a description for all of them. One of them was definitely a dwarf. I'm sure there was an elf. But apart from that, I didn't get close. Erstal, he wanted us out of there.
Do you know what they discussed?
I don't, but I'm sure someone probably does. I had guards on some of the doors.
So you're definitely going to be staying at the Blue Bull Inn.
If you need to find me, I will be there.
I want to make this very clear, Zerelda.
Yes.
We're going to wait for the masters to arrive here. And if there's anything that's been taken, then they'll be able to take their recourse through the civil courts. When the magistrate arrives, we'll let the magistrate decide what he does with us. It would be of great benefit to you if you could remember details of the 5 visitors that Erstal had.
Of course. If I remember anything, you will be the first to know. I assure you of that.
Okay, they leave you in that room. So Iggy, you are kind of taken into a room. You've not had an opportunity to converse with Zerelda. They kind of kept you kind of separate. There's the cavalry rider. There's a halfling scribe, and there's a fairly senior looking officer of the city watch. What's your name?
Ignatius Karok.
And where are you staying, Ignatius?
At the guild hall.
Which guild hall?
Whichever one it'll be for smithing.
Are you a member of the guild?
I am.
Then why are you dressed as a common guard?
I am also acting as an agent of the Blackstaff. I was told to kind of infiltrate this property and find out some information on the going.
Told by who?
Can't say any more than that.
You notice that the kind of city captain of the watch kind of looks across at the halfling. The halfling kind of nods as he scribbles stuff down.
Yeah.
Then the cavalry rider kind of signal kind of goes out, leaves, comes back in. And who instructed you to infiltrate this property?
The Blackstaff.
Explicitly?
Explicitly to look into these family. Yeah. So I chose the opportunity to join a guard when I heard them recruiting.
When we were recruited, what day?
What, into the...
When were
into
you
the guard
recruited
or
as a
into the
guard
Blackstaff?
for here?
A day or two ago? Not long.
What did you do earlier today? Where were you?
I was at the guild.
Where were you yesterday?
I was at the forge with there's an NC, well, whatever it's called.
And were you recruited? And how were you approached?
I heard someone in a bar asking for people.
Which bar?
The Blue Ball.
Why did you say that out of character? Why did you choose that? Because you don't know where Zerelda stays.
Yeah. Whatever bar. What's the one opposite the Troll Skull Manor?
It's something. It's got the proprietor's name.
Yeah, that one then.
Yeah. Okay. It's quite a convenience that the Blackscraft had asked you to infiltrate this area, and the bar that you happen to be at. What's the name of the captain of the guard?
Would I know that?
Oh, it's Zerelda.
Oh, Zerelda, yeah. Oh, the household guard, yeah, Zerelda.
And how long have you known Zerelda?
About a day. Maybe 2.
About a day, maybe 2. Okay. Okay. And the Blackstaff didn't instruct Zerelda to infiltrate?
Nope.
Okay. So when we go back to the Blackstaff and we ask her those questions, and she'll confirm that you and Zerelda are not known to each other.
Well, she'll confirm that Zerelda isn't a member of the Grey Hands.
Which bit of what you've just told me is a lie?
That's up to the Blackstaff and to instruct me to advise you.
I think we're going to take you into custody, Ignatius.
Go for it.
Yes, I think we are. Come back to you, Zerelda. Which bar did you recruit in?
Oh, various. They do not pay well, the Gralhunds.
Which bar did you recruit in? List them.
Well, there was the Blue Ball
Just
where
name
I
every
was
bar you know.
staying. There's some others around the market. And then there's one. Oh, it's in a part of town. There's a manor. It's a bit dilapidated. And opposite there's a bar. You know, the name eludes me, but I think it's a name of a person. We got a few in there.
Do you have any contacts with Blackstaff?
The Blackstaff.
Take her into custody as well. So you're handcuffed, and you're taken separately into
Buy me a drink first.
into a cart. Aldred, you're hosting the Gralhunds. You've got to the stage where all the small talk has been explored, exposed, whatever, and there is a at the kind of
Really?
steward comes in. Yeah, there's a noise that
I thought you said
the steward comes in. My lord, the city guard is gathered outside. They've got a message for my lord and lady. They stand up and say, "Better not be the children," whose names I can't remember.
I'll just sit back and be like, go, clearly.
They kind of go into an antechamber and come back and say, "Well, we're going to have to leave, but just think upon our offer. Think upon our offer." And they kind of like slightly pale faces, slightly panicky, kind of head back to the manor house.
Entirely understandable.
You're racing through the streets, Ode, on this mount with Wizcrack invisibly bouncing in front of you. You race past multiple guard patrols, watch patrols, sorry, and there is now kind of like a Griffon, possibly in fact 2 Griffons, kind of like keeping speed with you above. Where are you trying to go, and what are you trying to do?
Well, I was going to say outrun them, but I feel like that's going to not be an option. I'll try and bring myself not far from Troll Skull Alley. Ditch the horse and go for a sewer.
Ditch the horse.
It's the magic lightning move.
Leave the horse burned out on bricks.
Take them hooves. They sound valuable.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a magic horse. I just think this is a thoroughbred.
Yeah. Okay. Make me a stealth check with make me a stealth check. Let's see what happens here.
I just want to try and lose them, really.
Yeah.
If I can keep the horse, that'd be great. But I don't like this to happen.
Yeah, these are pretty broad streets. You kind of try to dig down through some of the alleys and such like, but you're still in the good part of town. So it's not like it's really narrow. So let's have this stealth check.
What kind of because I'm having a fucking jaunt, running them a merry around Waterdeep. Anyway, I can make my way to the rough side of town.
Yeah, you can go either to the north side where there's Field Ward, or you could decide to head down.
Yeah, weaving through the streets.
They are flying, by the way, so they're not like.
Oh no, they're flying ones.
Straight above.
Yeah, surely the longer you take, the more Griffons there's going to be on you.
Can you nip into a garage and have it resprayed?
Threat level is like threat level 5 now. The SWAT teams are kind of dropping down from the Griffons.
Thing is, if you jump off and run off, they'll chase you. They're not going to chase an empty horse because Wizcrack's invisible. So just find Wizcrack later on, and you'll get the horse back.
Oh god, I was having more invisibility spell.
To get to Field Ward, if memory serves, to get to Field Ward, you probably have to go through one of the gates because it's outside of the walls, isn't it?
No, well, either way, I'm definitely going for a sewer.
We're hiding in the blue alley.
Yeah. What
That
would you
place
like
was
for a
safe.
roll? Stealth, was it?
Yeah, stealth.
Yeah.
So you duck as far as you can, kind of heading north like that. Okay, that's a pretty good stealth roll. Let's
He's
see
rich brained
what they get. Okay, so you kind of like dive into the side. You're helped by the fact that Wizcrack keeps going.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they kind of keep on with the with the mount. The Griffons can't naturally see in the dark, so they have had to be specially modified with dark vision goggles, basically. So they can't. They don't get.
I want some of them.
They don't. Yeah, they don't get the full advantage of their height, because they can't just like fly a couple of 100 feet up and just follow you like that. So they're having to really kind of get down a lot closer. The horse is black as well, and so on and so forth. You kind of ride into some of the more green areas of the noble quarters and such, like dive off when you've got a property between them. Wizcrack keeps on going with the horse. The horse is kind of starting to tire a little bit, and you kind of dive into the nearest alley, nearest sewer.
Diego on a balcony looks out. He thinks, "Nice horse."
He buys it for his mother-in-law, a lady.
Was it actually Diego in horse form? Is he a werehorse?
Werehorse. Yeah. Donolo is a werehorse.
He is in the bedroom, mate. Let me tell you.
How Darian knows that is probably best
Because
explored.
we all watched that one
elsewhere.
time.
There'll be some fan fiction out there.
Yeah, the fanfic. Yeah. Okay. Right then. So, Aldred, the Gralhunds are kind of like left. Nobody's come
Gone.
back. Ignatius and Zerelda, you're taken to Castle Waterdeep. No, in fact, you're taken to one of the holding cells in one of the watch kind of bases, and you guys are in the sewers.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's deal with Ignatius and Zerelda first, before we do anything else. And in fact, I'll probably call the session there, because it's going to be.
Yeah, I was going to say that's actually quite a good place to leave it.
Yeah.
So you're in these holding cells. You're in a good part of town, so it's not like you're there with a load of drunks or anything like that. You've got a cell each, but you kept at opposite ends of it. After an hour or so, you would estimate your gear's all been taken. Anything that you kind of took with you has been taken, and it's all like logged down. It all been logged down as you kind of go in. You're then taken into Ignatius. You're taken into one of the study rooms. There is a black robed magistrate there, one of the magisters. There's a cleric of Tia there as well, and the black staff is present also.
Oh. Ah.
Hi. So, Personal Flockton.
Stop. She glances across, and the cleric casts what you would immediately recognise to be
Fairness,
Zerelda.
true.
Hi.
I'm going to ask you a set of questions, the black staff
Yeah.
says. You're going to answer them. You can choose to answer honestly, you can choose not to answer honestly. If you don't answer honestly, then I will bring my full weight of all the laws that you've broken down upon you. That's probably going to lead to some form of exile, and I'll also personally hunt you down. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. I would prefer it that you deal straight with me, and like how you dealt with the guards. But I'm a lady of the world, and I can understand why you needed to name drop, and I can understand why you publicly brought me into this ordeal. Okay. The problem with dealing with adventurers is that you're a bunch of fuckwits by and large. But there we have it. Okay. She's clearly like just calming herself down a little bit and having a little rant at your expense. So that's all fine. And the priest says, yeah, Zone of Truth is working fine, that's all honest. That's all true.
Yeah, I was going to say, she was on the truth as well.
She's not wrong.
So all of that being said, what did you find in there?
Erstal Floxton working with the Zantari. There appears to be two factions, one loyal and one not loyal.
Loyal. Stop. Loyal to whom?
He named Dr. Manchun a lot, and this wasn't questioned by anyone else present.
Who name dropped Manchun?
Erstal. And apparently they're looking to get them united to find the Stone of Allure. The dwarf that was present felt that there was...
Who is Erstal talking to?
There were 5 of them.
Names?
I didn't get their names.
She looks across at the priest nods.
One of them was a dwarf.
Descriptions. One is a dwarf. Dwarfs come in very many shapes and sizes.
A worshipper of Verigane. Or Verigane. I think I went wrong.
Yeah.
Dwarf. I'll just probably describe the dwarf in much more detail than I would the others.
Yeah, the dwarf. There's about this height and this, and their fashions were so nice.
And a beard this big.
Yeah.
And frankly, it was just...
frankly
His
dated.
beard was shocking.
dwarf.
You should have seen the thing.
Yeah. And there was a gnome, a half elf, a full elf, a half orc, and a human.
Yeah. So I'll describe them to the best of my recollection.
Yeah. Okay. Make me intelligence check.
Where's the intelligence go? The main, isn't it?
Oh, no.
Right. So right. They all had I think there were 2 eyes. Is 2 between 1 and 3? Is that how? Yeah. Have I got 2 eyes? Same number of eyes as I have. Is basically where you're at.
Yeah. Like I say, the dwarf, perfect description. All the rest,
yes.
nothing.
They were alive, I assume.
Yeah. They all look the same to me.
Okay. Were the Gralhunds there?
No, they were off in Aldred.
Okay. And was that intended?
Yes.
Okay. And did the Gralhunds know about this meeting?
I don't think so, but we did find evidence of them being worshippers of Asimodeus.
Do you know that?
I don't think you know.
Yeah, I was in the bedroom.
Well, no, but it was Fenn who found.
Oh yeah,
the
they
stuff
found that,
and
didn't
took
they?
it.
Yeah.
So I don't think you know that.
No, I wouldn't have known that then. So yeah.
Yeah.
No, they didn't seem to know that. That they were that the meeting was happening. He was quite keen for it to be happening while they were out of the house.
And how did you know this meeting was going to happen?
Zerelda.
Okay.
We met her in the Blue Alley.
I know who's Zerelda, yeah. Take him back to the cell. He's going back to the cell. You hear Zerelda being taken kind of down as well. I see her walk past your cell. Same scene for you, Zerelda. The Black Staff is a little bit calmer when you come in. You're under a zone of truth. Don't fuck me around. I was trying to get some beauty sleep.
Is he frozen?
I think so. Either that or the Black Staff's really like...
So when I freeze, I don't freeze for me. And not all of you.
Just
guys
adding to
do.
the tension.
Take a screenshot. Quick.
He's back.
It could have been the thumbnail.
It was a
guys messed up.
perfect, pregnant pause.
So the Black Staff is less angry, less kind of like she's calmed down a little bit. She says, "Just you're under a zone of truth. Just be honest. Don't fuck me around. I was trying to get some sleep."
Oh, I know what that is like.
Yeah, I don't, because fucking adventurers keep being nipple tits in my fucking city and need bailing out. Anyway, she calms down a little anyway. Okay. The meeting. Who was there? What were they talking about?
There were 5 there.
Yeah. I don't need a description of the dwarf. What about the rest?
You have the description down to the last beard hair on his beard.
I was never formally introduced to them.
Oh, fuck formal introductions. What about informal? What were their names?
I don't know their names.
Descriptions.
Well, there was a gnome.
Roll an intelligence check.
You got to do better than I did.
Use your inspiration. Use your inspiration. Boom, boom,
Oh
boom.
yes,
Yeah.
I will use my inspiration. How do I do this here? Oh god, this is gonna be bad. Oh
Yeah.
not bad.
You give really good descriptions. The kind of she looks to the magistrate in a kind of like knowing way. And what do they discuss? What was the purpose of the meeting?
Well, I did not overhear any conversations. Ignatius was the one who had been listening in. So the specifics of that, you'd be better getting from him. We
looks
didn't
across
really.
to the priest. The priest nods.
We didn't have time to discuss any of it before they were leaving. And
You pre-arranged for your companions to be hired as temporary guards. They had people on the inside.
That is correct.
And did you pre-arrange for it to look like a heist, a theft situation to cover your tracks?
To cover our tracks.
To make it look as if it was just, you'd infiltrate to be able to knock off a noble house.
The specifics of that were not handled by me.
Yeah, technically, Zerelda didn't know we were stealing anything.
Yeah, I know. You guys put stealing on top of the whole plan.
I just needed to hire some folks, and they volunteered.
Okay.
I knew there was some shady shit going on in the house.
And what did you intend to do once you had found out about that shady shit?
Well, Ignatius was dealing with yourself, I believe. I was just helping him out, get what he needed.
She likes name dropping me, doesn't she?
She looks across at the priest. The priest is kind of like, okay. Take her back to the cell. You take her back to the cells. A little bit later, you're both brought together in chains. It's not much more than 15 minutes. Okay, this is how it's going to play out. You've been indicted in the theft of some substantial value from the Gralhund house. There are laws in Waterdeep, and we take those laws very seriously. 2 of your companions remain fugitives. Our rat guards are on their trail in the cells. As we speak. One of them does 20 d10 worth of damage. I'm sure he's going to get up to Fenn pretty soon. But it's all very public. It's all very common knowledge. With a little bit of discussion between the Open Lord and I'm certain we can reduce your sentences. But the law needs to be done. So tomorrow morning, there'll be a trial. And we'll see where it goes from there.
I see.
I'll inform Lord Aldred of your predicament. and we'll take it from there. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, a service rendered and some valuable information, some very valuable information, will make this a political as well as a legal matter. But as far as we're concerned, we have had a noble house infiltrated and some thefts undertaken. The thefts are our problem. I get the fact that they weren't your making, but that's our problem. So tomorrow morning, there'll be the trial. It may well be that the courthouse is quite busy, and we might have to give it a couple of days, in which case we'll have to incarcerate you, and we'll find a suitable venue for that. The Gralhunds will be thirsting for their justice, and we will need to demonstrate that the processes are being taken care of. But we'll make sure that Lord Aldred knows where you are. We practice habeas corpus in this city. Take them back to their cells. Okay. In the sewers, you're swarmed by rats and killed. As you're kind of winding down the evening, kind of Aldred probably in bed actually at this time. Roll me a D100.
Is this how many students are in bed with him?
This is percentage chance.
Oh, being in bed.
Yeah.
With the student. Whoa.
Yeah. You're still awake actually. Kind of like.
I know exactly what's happened, or I can take a good guess.
And your steward kind of shows you in. A nondescript looking individual, kind of dressed in kind of standard messenger garb, kind of like the Client Messengers Guild, passes you across a parchment.
He's me in disguise. It's not real.
Leaves. The parchment says that Zerelda and Ignatius have been held in holding cells in the field ward. They'll be held there for 2 nights, and they'll be on the in the cells on the north wall of the field ward. Field ward being relatively new, the cells aren't the most sturdy at that side, and it's been known that the masonry joints aren't as well laid as perhaps they should be. And they'll be there for the period of 2 nights. Otherwise, they'll probably be facing quite lengthy sentences.
Is this what a parchment says?
Yeah, that's essentially what it
Yeah,
says.
it's basically being like, get your ass over there and bust him out.
Jailbreak.
It then got a kind of timetable of the guards, kind of movies there. And also says when the other 2 slackards surface, probably around Trollskull Manor, make sure that they have the healing potions that we've placed there, and then I would suggest that you all disappear for a little while.
Sounds reasonable.
As you kind of
how tied into this am I? I mean, like, of course I'm gonna.
Separate
Right. Of course I'm gonna help them.
campaign.
Oh, you're neck deep.
You're like the Labrador for the Blackstaff who Labradored up to her and like, yeah, I'll help.
Yeah.
So she assumes that you're the leader of this group. On
Yeah,
account
you're
of
the
being
noble, so everyone would assume you're the leader.
Plan maker.
You also clearly invited the Gralhunds across to your house as a distraction for these guys, so clearly you're implicated in it.
I think we need to burn down your school.
Talking about burning things down, as soon as you finish reading the letter and kind of like, it just sets a fire. Gone.
That's cool.
I'm just gonna kind of go, I'll have to learn that one.
Why don't I know this?
And that's what we'll call the session.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. So, anyway, okay.
It's going well.
You're not dead.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know how many people are watching that. I can find out, actually. I know how to find out. It tells me how many viewers we had. But anyway. So next game, we're on what, Tuesday the 19th? Is it the 19th today? It's the
19th today.
So that would be April the
2nd.
19th, 2nd.
Yeah, 2nd of April.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Everybody able to do that?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not in London that day. I think I'm at home actually. So that makes
Are we
sense.
Waterdeep? Are we circusaring on the 22nd?
Of what? No, we're not circus on the 22nd.
That's cool.
I'll come back to you guys with what we're going to do about that.
Okay.
But we're not on the 22nd. Okay, anything else, guys?
That's good fun.
Yeah.
Oh, can
Like
I?
Do we get experience for messing up?
Yeah, of course you do.
Getting away.
I owe you experience for at least 2 sessions. I think 2 sessions.
Can I? What was I going to say? Would I be able to find some book and copy down the invisibility spell into my spell book from somewhere in the academy?
Yeah, just spend the cash to copy it.
Just I'll just teach you it.
It's expensive.
Well, wait until we fence that $8,000 necklace.
I know a few people who could fence it. But it's
I
probably
know.
a bit hot for a while.
Yeah.
I would be more than willing to teach you that spell for a price.
Double the price of
discounted.
the PHP.
Yeah.
Discounted by 200%.
See, but you don't know spells in
Can
the
you teach
same way
me?
I know spells. You can't teach me stuff like that because you just kind of sing it into existence.
Yeah, pretty much.
I want to know how you
That's
sing
fine.
yourself invisible.
You can't see me. You can't see me. La la la. You can see me. Kenny can practice it all the time. No, you do. I don't think you sing. I think it's more a performance check. You just put a duvet over your head, and then if anyone comes near you, like, boom.
It disappears.
Okay. Anything else from anyone?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend that gold.
It's
I
fun.
enjoyed that.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed that.
I think I might spend some of my cell time actually using my artisan's blessing. It's actually good.
Yeah. You use kind of like downtime. You can. Oh, the only possessions you have is a stick of chalk, so you can mark on the wall.
I can
Pass
turn
the time.
anything metal into anything else.
Yeah.
Turn the bars into something else.
Yeah.
Hooray for not being murderers, at least.
Yeah.
You should
We
make
didn't
them
kill a
hollow,
single
so
person.
Didn't kill anyone.
Oh,
You should make the bars
except for
hollow.
almost ourselves.
Because I missed him, I didn't attack anyone.
Technically, no one saw me hit anybody.
Oh, that's how you sing invisibility in. And Wizcrack got away, or did it?
Yeah.
Because you don't know
Oh,
what
Is
happened to
it
Wizcrack.
covered in orange though? How hard is that orange to get off?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, you are.
Oh,
covered
we
in
can
orange.
Yeah,
cover
I'm still
some
covered in
shit,
that.
it'll be
It's
fine.
covered in orange and shit now from the sewers.
I
Rub
had
the
to
orange
really
with the shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it actually smells
but-
slightly better.
I'll just rest up, burn it all off, and then take a healing potion.
Wait, you have healing potions?
Well, apparently we have a
There's
stack of
some
them when
left
we get
at
back to the
Half-Orc.
house.
Sorry, Joe, you were going to say.
I had to really stop myself from being sassy with the black staff at times. There's a point where I'm like laughing behind my finger like this, and I was just like, "Nope, don't say the first thing that comes into your head."
You've never met her, have you? So you wouldn't be
We
adherent.
met her once.
Oh,
No,
I
well,
have.
When we
I
came
have.
back with the unicorn, so that's when she
I
met.
refuse to join her
Yeah.
until I know more about her.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
going
refuse
well.
to join her too.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
you,
you
just,
never even came to the meeting.
well, the irony is that Ode refused to join her too, but has still done her bidding. So
Yeah, Ode waits for the woman and doesn't realise it.
Yeah.
Odie's
Ode's got
freelance.
Ode's got all the booty from the house. It's-
yeah.
Is that what you were doing in the house?
And on that bombshell, I'm going to call it there. Okay, I'll stop the recording and stop the stream.